Hello, what's your full name?
My name is Ielts.
Hi, Tuyang. So, I taught you for a while, but only once you were a very high-level student already. And I just wanted to ask you about your latest Ielts results, because you got... What did you get?
I get 8 for overall. Thank you so much. And reading is 9, and listening is 8.5. Writing is 7.5 and speaking is 7. I took it like in February for the first time and in March for the second time.
So there was a difference in the results?
Yes, a big difference. I don't want to give any bias for any center, but when I took the first test in IDP, I got 7.5 for overall, and writing I just got only 6.0. And I don't feel it's a good, it's my ability, my real ability, so I decided to take the second test in March, so I get 7.5 for writing.
So that's a band and a half difference. Do you think that the first time you did the test, did you feel like any nerves or...?
Yeah, so for the first time it's quite like, I think I got nervous for some times, but not that bad, like because I practiced a lot. And I have done many tests before, so it's fine. It's like normal, like not really too tense.
Okay. And the night before the test and the morning of the test, how did you try and relax?
No, I relaxed a lot because people always say like, Ocean is my Gomez teacher in CNR, and she told me like, don't study too hard on the day before going to the test. They go to bed early. So I decided I took her advice and then go to bed. I went to bed at about 10 p.m. And then I took a long and deep sleep. And the next morning I feel really, really relaxed. I didn't even like try to learn new words, learn new structure to do the writing test. I just get inside and that's all. So the bad thing I do for my writing skill is that I read a lot of books. Like I always try to find the novels, like the fiction, about romantic fiction because it's my type. So I read it and I learned some new words from it. But I didn't learn by forcing myself to study it. I really like it. I think that native people will speak this one and it just like get it. I just learned it by heart without giving any try.
So there's two things there, I think, as a teacher. One, you were reading material you were interested in.
Yes.
Not just studying.
Yes.
And two, it sounds like you're actually interested in learning the language.
Yes, I really, really like to learn the language.
Why do you like learning English?
Because when I was in high school, I just think like I want to go to study abroad. So studying language will be my key to go abroad. But then when I get inside the university, it's not only the key to go inside. It's just like I want to open the new world for me. Like if I have English, I can approach, I can like go into another country, dig deep in the country, talking to people, and many things, and I can learn more about the world. So it doesn't mean a tool for me to go to study abroad, but a tool for me to discover the world.
Obviously in Hanoi, people don't have the opportunity to live with 11 people to speak English or work for many months in an English-speaking country. So where do you think they can get listening practice from?
I think it's quite easy. Like they can, when I suggested that when they want to improve the listening skill, they should go to the English center. Not because of the teacher there, but because of the atmosphere of the classroom bring. Like all the class in English center and CNR also, we didn't talk in Vietnamese with my classmate, with our classmate. We have to talk in English. So it had to improve a lot.
Okay, so reading. You've told us a little bit about how you develop your vocabulary through reading. Now, how do you improve your academic reading? Because that's kind of special. You did the academic IELTS?
Yes.
So you did the academic reading exam. How do you think you did well in that exam?
I think what I did well is that I have a good strategy to do the test. First of all, I read the questions. I read all the questions to have the general concept of the paragraph, and then I come back to the paragraph to skim and scan. But I think what I did really well in this paragraph is that I didn't follow the trick that some people give me, like to do the yes, no, not given. They just read the first and second and the last sentence of the paragraph. So it may be a little bit misunderstanding or something like that, because you don't have the general idea about this. You just read the first and the second one and the last one. It may give you some wrong misconception, something like that. So you just need to read overall. At least you understand.
Yes, that's true. So the true, false, not given, it's a detailed question, whereas your heading match is more of a general idea question. How did you improve your academic vocabulary?
Academic vocabulary?
Yeah.
Well, it's quite academic vocabulary. I read the reading, and for every list I found it's a little bit more difficult to understand. I just print it and find in the vocabulary, like dictionary, and then I remember, but not force myself. I don't force myself to do anything. It's just, okay, this is really nice, I will study it.
And you learn the meaning of the words in the reading?
Yes.
Yes. So they're using the IELTS reading exams to teach you the vocabulary for the IELTS reading exams?
Yes.
Yes, good idea. But let's talk about writing. Second time, 7.5. Pretty good mark for a writing exam. Any general advice for task 1 or task 2 in the academic writing that people should prepare for, or is particularly difficult, or is actually quite easy?
Well, I don't know about other case, but for my case, I always do the second task first, and then come back to the first task.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, because like the second task will have more points, and I think it's a little bit more difficult. So I do the second task first, and after that I feel like, wow, finally I have done more than half of the way. So it's really like relieve my stress, and then I can have more time to come back to task 1 and feel, okay, slow down, calm down, you have just really task 2, just task 1 to do, slow down, and it works for me at least.
Okay, that's good advice. So get the worst part out of the way first, and relax and enjoy.
And yeah, just relax and enjoy. I try to read something like some social issues, some world issues, about climate change, about education, about tourism, something like that. And it will help me a lot when I write the task 2.
And where did you find the material to read from?
Actually, I borrowed from CNR Center when I studied here, and in my site I search on the internet to read it. And I always have the collocation, you know this book, collocation dictionary. Us introduced it to me, and I found it really helpful.
Any advice for younger students who need to manage their parents, who are pressuring them to get a great result in 1 month?
Great result in 1 month?
Sometimes we have students whose parents are, you must get a high result, you must get this quickly.
I think everything is need to sustainable. Like if you want to get higher result, you may get by some tricks or some tips or something like that, but it's not sustainable. And after that, what you get after 1 month of studying intensively, what you get is high result, and that's all. You don't understand English, you don't like English, you even hate English. So how can you come to study abroad in English if you have this language, right? You cannot do it.
So your advice is, love the language.
Yes, love the language. Thank you.